Hello everybody, this is Doctor, and with me today here is Typical Manga Fan. And with this video we're going to be discussing One Piece Chapter 772, Cabbage and Romeo.
You get this awesome cover, by the way.
Yeah, this is the Shonen Jump cover for the week, by the way, the actual magazine cover.
Looks like that guy from CP9.
Kumadori?
Kabuki Theater.
Yeah, and then if you look below, you see all the current Jump cast like in different similar outfits.
Yep.
Like the series that most people know, like Bleach or even Kochi Kame, like one of the older ones there, the guy with the gun. Even some of the newer ones. Anyway. Alright, so anyway, we're going to move on here. We open up here with the cover story. And in this one, Jinbei meets the guy from Fistman Island, Umibozu. Was that right? Was it? Yeah, Umibozu. Like, they're just kind of meeting here. Like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. The guy's well, like I said, the big guy was pretty much like the Hachi of the new Fistman pirates. Dumb and not especially malicious.
Pretty much. I'm surprised the Hachi ended up, making a heel face turn.
Yeah. But at the same time, he's the one you can most believe it of.
Yeah, it's true, because I was watching some of the Arlong scenes due to the recaps from One Piece, and he was like, he's such a dick. I was like, oh my gosh, He was totally fine with, Nami's mother getting shot. He was totally fine with Nami getting taken advantage of by Arlong. I mean, now he's a good guy. What the hell?
Yeah. Well, like, part of it is that he does actually like regret those actions, and that was like a big thing with him and Nami during the Sabaody arc.
Yeah.
So, anyway, as the chapter begins, we're breaking away. We're actually looking at Diamante versus Kairos, and Diamante's using his flutter powers to make the whole ground just shake around and move around there, which, as he points out, would be very hard for a one-legged man to stand on.
Oh wow, yeah, that would be the. Of course, he would have those powers just to go against Kyros.
Is it Kyros or Kairos?
Kairos. I don't care. Kairos.
I've been going Kairos, so I will stick with that.
Well, let's do Kairos then, yeah. Okay.
And then, like, now that he's no longer a toy, Diamante remembers exactly who he is. Yeah. And then, that he's the husband of Scarlet, the father of Rebecca. He's pretty much just decided, like, you know what? He's declaring that their fates are bound and they were going to fight each other. And that's exactly why Kairos is there.
Yeah.
Of course, getting to Diamante is harder than it sounds, because, like I said, with his powers, he makes his cape as hard as iron. And he pretty much uses his sword and turning kind of a whip blade. He's attacking Rebecca.
Yeah, and of course, I don't really like that because it makes her kind of the weak link. I know that she's not as powerful as Kairos, but still, it's kind of like
It doesn't help that Kairos is kind of invoking it too.
Yeah, because he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna let you hold the sword anymore because I can do that now,
Right, like he never wanted her to learn to fight in the first place, but he had to teach her because he couldn't defend her properly. So he wants he's pretty much saying he's not gonna let his child wield a sword again. He's gonna do this himself.
Yeah, I feel like he doesn't appreciate how strong Rebecca's actually become.
Right, and at the same time, you can kind of appreciate like where he's coming from. Like he wants to protect his child like in a way he never could before. So he's kind of getting his honor back in a way in that sense.
Yeah, but I think it's like one of those things where it's a kind of like a character development during a fight where he's gonna realize that Rebecca is no longer the little girl he once knew, and that she's gonna be the metaphor, the leg he can stand on.
There you go. I would like to see that though. I would like to see that happen. Like them actually bringing him down together.
It should happen.
Yeah, I hope that actually is what happens on here. I could go either way in this case though, because Kairos is badass enough to pull it off on his own.
You know what? Mm-hmm. In my opinion, I think the only way is for them to take him down together. I just don't think it'll be as good as these other fights have been ending. I just don't think it'll be as good if they don't do it together.
Yeah. Plus, it would be a great father-daughter bonding moment.
It would be killing your mother's killer, or at least hurting, or they don't kill in One Piece, but like taking him down.
Yeah. And then, but anyway, moving along here, like we're back on the second floor. Everyone's shocked that Lao Ji has been beaten. Zoro's taking note of Sai, remember, in case they run into anyone from that same group again or same country again.
Oh, that's foreshadowing for you.
Yep. Meanwhile, Sai is telling his grandpa not to die. Baby 5 kind of misses the point, thinking that now they need to rent 2 ceremony halls. One for a wedding, one for your funeral.
And this is a funny scene where he's just like, just who was dead here?
Both of them saying it together.
It's like what the hell? I'm not dead, you know.
And with that, we can pretty much rest assured that he and Baby 5 will be fine.
Yeah, and I will also note that even though there was foreshadowing of the Navy, I mean the Navy and Luffy are on good terms, especially with the grandfather. So I don't think there'll be an enemy in the future.
Yeah, or at least if they do, it might just be a matter of ideals. Like they might just wind up on different sides of this conflict. Like it won't be hostile. Like they won't be real enemies.
I don't think it'll be any different than Shanks, basically.
Yeah.
With him and Shanks. So.
Yeah, they might even just fight on friendly terms, just for the hell of it.
Yeah. Anyway, so we go to the fight that I wanted to watch to look at.
And real quick, do you see on the castle you have Pika's big old face right there?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Anyway, so we got Gladius. He's up against Cavendish and Bartolomeo, or Cabbage and Romeo.
Yeah, and then Robin's. They'll show it later, but Robin's basically running up the stairs.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Gladius is kind of doing his own version of Diamante's trick. He just blows up the ground.
Pretty much.
I said I wondered if he could blow up the barriers, but this is probably more effective.
But the barriers, it's not working with the barriers.
Well, it's not penetrating the barriers. My question was, could he use his power to blow up the barriers? Like if he actually touched the barriers and blow them up.
I don't know. Maybe.
Anyways, like Bartolomeo just pretty much being an asshole.
It's funny though. It's like, open up, man. It's like, no, just me and Robin.
Like, yeah, just me and Robin. Enemies could come in too easily. We're on the same side, aren't we?
Oh my! It's just funny because, but yeah, I think Bartolomeo's problem is that he is actually kind of, when it comes to just him, he is very overconfident.
Yeah, and he likes to just screw with people.
I'm still surprised that this guy's such a Luffy fan though.
Yeah. Here's hoping Luffy's probably a good influence on him down the road. Or maybe Luffy won't even care. I don't know.
Luffy, I don't know. I feel like him becoming part of the crew is just too good to be true. It's just too good.
He wouldn't become a straw hat. No, I don't think so.
No. Yeah, it wouldn't. It doesn't seem right. But at the same time, though, man.
Because this whole arc seems to be about Luffy possibly getting allies for the future, and Bartolomeo, Chinjao, a few of the others around here, like Hajradin probably.
Maybe against the Marines later on.
Yeah, or against some other major thing, or against one of the Emperors. Yeah, or Big Mom or Kaido.
Yeah, probably. He's basically waging war on all of them.
Yeah, he's pretty much picked a fight with each and every one of them.
Yeah.
Or at least not officially with Kaido yet, but once word of all this gets around.
Yeah, and then of course Shanks and him are gonna have that. They're gonna have at least a fight in the end.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, there won't be. There's no animosity there, but they are gonna do it.
This is hilarious.
Like just Bartolomeo and Cavendish.
Yeah, and then the whole Luffy thing too.
Yeah. Like Cavendish wants to get out of the barrier now so he can actually go in and fight, but Bartolomeo was like, "What? After all the trouble to get you in here? Are you serious? Make up your damn mind."
Yeah, that's hilarious. The chemistry between them is actually pretty awesome because their personalities are actually complete opposites.
Yes, especially given their attitudes towards Luffy.
Oh yeah, one doesn't like Luffy and the other one adores him. Yeah. It's perfect. It's perfect, man.
And then he sees Robin like making her way up to the 3rd floor. Yeah. And what's this? All right. One quick question here. Like the translators on this one are putting like the word like "bay" at the end of his sentences. Was that something he was doing before, or is that something new?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I noticed that too.
What's going to happen when he meets somebody named Michael?
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, things will probably explode, that's for certain.
Yeah. I'll definitely say that, although...
Anyway, I kind of like I said, Robin's going up to meet with Rebecca because she's realizing she sent her up to where all the really big monsters are fighting.
Oh yeah, she's not using his stairs anymore. She's using her own stairs that she's making.
Yeah, she's going her own way.
Which is actually kind of awesome if you look at it.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's done things like this before, but at the same time, it is always cool to see.
Yeah.
And then Gladius sees her and shoots at her, but Bartolomeo pretty much just blocks it with a barrier racket.
Man, this is awesome.
Yeah. And I also love how she winks at him too.
I know. I was gonna say like, yeah, this is awesome. First off, does she ever wink at anyone? I mean, she does, but she doesn't do it in this way.
I think she knows how he feels about the crew, so she's kind of just doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
Like she's either trolling him or encouraging him.
She's smarter than she's much smarter than the rest of the crew. So.
Yeah.
Only Nami is at that level of intelligence.
Yeah, and Nami would easily be doing that on purpose. I mean, because it's Nami. She does that sort of thing. Anyways, like, and then like in typical Bart fashion, it's like, that wink. Is he trying to say, "Well done, chicken. I'll let you be my manservant now"? No. I'm getting carried away. You're going too far. You're being far too greedy.
This is reminding me so much of Boa Hancock.
Yeah, only kind of like, only he feels that for every member of the Straw Hats.
Yeah. Manservant. That's that term, manservant.
Yeah.
I wonder what he's thinking.
I don't know, but I'm betting whips are probably involved somewhere.
Oh. Probably.
Anyway, we're back on Gladius. He's getting attacked by Cavendish.
Yep.
Let's
see what happens.
See here,
barrier bowls! That's awesome.
He just pretty much just like does barrier, just pushes the barrier out to slam them all. Gets Cavendish too.
It's like, what the frick, man? Bartolomeo? Everyone's like shocked that he would actually do that.
Yeah. He's literally bulldozing them if you look at the shape of the barrier.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, it's very.
Is he running behind it actually?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He is, yeah.
Yeah. And like pretty much Cavendish is telling him to stop because he's still in there, but he can't stop because he's just way too tense right now. Why do I care?
And Gladys, I think he saw Dellinger, who has apparently finished his fight.
Well, not quite, because Hideo's still trying to fight him, but he's on his last leg. The boxer's on his last legs.
Yep.
And pretty much, and Dellinger decides to get serious. He actually rips off his hat, revealing that the horns are not a hat decoration.
Yeah.
Like the horns are actually there.
Yep.
Of course, Hideo's just pretty much determined to try and stall for as much as possible to buy Straw Hat time.
Yeah. I don't know. Dellinger. I feel bad for this guy because I think he's like the first one who actually just flat out lost.
Yeah.
But
well, I think we saw some like losing in the build up here, but yeah, like this is like at this stage, he's the only one who's lost so far.
Yeah, but you can't have.
Daniel was at worst a draw.
Yeah, you just can't. You can't have everyone win like that,
Yeah.
But.
And it does give us an idea of just what Dellinger's capable of, beyond what we've seen already, because he pretty much just pulls an Arlong and just grows like new super teeth.
Yeah, and of course the eyes, when he bites him in the neck, it's the eyes though. You can see it. It's just like you can see like the fishman in him,
Yep.
So.
And remember, like he's a fistman of the fighting fist type too. Like all those fighting fists we've been seeing this whole arc, he's descended from that kind of fistman.
Yeah, but since we already fought the actual fishman, do you think he's weaker or stronger?
Nah, I don't think he's really especially well, like I said, compared to the Fistman Island Fistmen, I don't think there's any contest.
And they were underwater too. Don't forget that.
Yeah, because those guys were a stepping stone at best.
So Dellinger, I mean, he's strong compared to these other guys, but I think any member of the Straw Hat can probably take care of him.
Oh, I'm sure. Like any Straw Hat, fighting Straw Hat could probably deal with him just fine.
Yeah.
I mean, Luke Frankie would probably be like the best choice because he'd probably be hard to pierce through.
Yeah.
Anyway, he gets up to the third floor where all the fighting is, but now Gladius is warning him away because someone else is sewn up and he's pretty much just wiping the floor with everybody. But before Dellinger can even finish commenting on it, he gets taken down. And it's pretty much by not Cavendish, but Hakuba.
Yep. Oh, I gotta say, I totally knew this was coming. It was going to happen eventually with Cavendish.
Oh, yeah. And I'm assuming that the barrier bull just knocked him out.
Yeah, I think so. Does this happen every time he falls asleep? Because then his body must be like constantly tired.
I don't know. I mean, it might depend on the situation. Like if he falls asleep or falls unconscious during like action, then it might kick in, more likely to kick in. But I think otherwise, I assume he can at least get sleep normally. There's nothing else going on. But either way, like I said, we're now getting. He's now like kicking ass and not even bothering with taking in names.
Yeah, I will say this though. It's interesting how Oda ends a fight. Even though Dellinger won, he just got killed off completely. I mean, he got destroyed by Hakuba.
Yep.
Yeah, and Gladius was actually scared of this guy.
Yeah, he's at least He's smart enough to be wary.
Honestly, I think Bartolomeo is safe because I know that this guy might attack his own allies, but Bartolomeo has this barrier, so who gives a shit? You know, he can't. Hakuba isn't the type of fighter to be able to destroy Bartolomeo's barriers.
Yeah, but you are right. He probably would be dangerous to friend and foe.
Yeah.
Assuming he even acknowledges anyone as a friend in the first place.
Yeah. It's kind of weird though. Like, oh my! I just thought it was so awesome because I didn't think it would happen. I knew it would happen, but I didn't think it would happen this soon. Which tells me that Oda knows he needs to pick up he has to pick up the pace to keep the fights interesting.
Yeah.
Which
he's been keeping his pace pretty well actually. He really has to keep the pace up pretty good here.
Yeah, a fight's pretty much been ending every chapter. I mean, Kubo has been taking what 5 chapters per fight. I mean, really.
Yep. I know, it's like 1 or 2 fights per chapter because like this last fight was both Baby 5 and Lao G.
It has the aftermath of Baby 5 and Lao G. Yeah, Baby 5 and Lao G. It has the end of Dellinger, and it has essentially the middle and of Hakuba and everyone else and Bartolomeo.
And we get a peek into Diamante and Kairos.
Yeah, so we have a lot in just one chapter.
Yeah,
I just laughed really hard when Dellinger just got 1 hit, you know?
Yep.
1 hit KO.
Well, he brought out his Bankai.
You're right, he did.
I mean, that's a death sentence right there.
Yeah. But
oh, go ahead.
Oh, I said that I don't think he's gonna have a problem with Gladius. I think the problem now is how do we keep this guy under control, Hakuba.
Right. I mean, because now that you mentioned, I'm remembering now during the Coliseum fight, Hakuba went wild for a while, but then Kevin just fell asleep again and stayed asleep.
Yeah, he basically beat everyone, and Rebecca was the only one who got up.
Because she was able to like just dodge everything in time.
Yep.
Which goes well with her power. Like that's she has really good observation hockey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm glad that a lot of things are getting done. This is really awesome, and yeah, everything's good. Mm-hmm. I hope they continue the fight next chapter.
Yeah, like I said, next chapter I think we'll probably get into...
He's a good plan.
Oh. Sorry, you broke up again. I think I interrupted you. What were you saying?
Oh, I'm just saying, like, I'm happy. I'll be happy with whatever Oda gives us because I think he has a plan.
Yeah. Oh, he always has a plan. I mean, this is like the man that showed us Silver's Rayleigh in like chapter 10 something, 12 something.
Yep.
I mean, like I said, like you literally see him like volume 2 of the manga, Buggy's flashback.
Yep.
I mean, that's how far back that goes. Like he plans. The man can plan. He's like Chekhov's sniper.
All right. So.
Yeah. So, got anything special? Got anything else to mention on this chapter, one way or the other?
No, I think that's about it.
Yeah. Like I said, I do like Baby 5's little bit contribution to the humor in this one, though. Like now we have a funeral and a wedding.
Woo!
Like she's all excited to get into the family now.
Yep.
All right. And then, so like I said, we couple of quick episodes this week with Bleach and One Piece. Like I said, we'll cover new chapters as they come out here. Maybe do something over the jump break, which will probably be next week or so. In the meantime, I hope everyone listening had a good time, and thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
Bye.